Oh, how you doing? I picked this little gem up on Marketplace for Jake. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's Nomura Technologies. I've never heard of it before. Anyway, he said there was an issue with the regulator, and that's why he sold it. So the pressure switch works good. Well, there you go, Campbell Hausfeld. That's what it says on the other side. 8 gallons. What do we got here? It's about 3/4 of a horse, I think. Because it's 4.5 CFM at 40 PSI, 3.7 at 120. So it's light duty, but I think Jake has nothing, so it beats that. So what we'll do is we'll get some fittings and test out the regulator and see what's going on to see if this is well bought for $20. Right now, I'm feeling it's well bought for $20 because this would cost you more than $20. Yeah. Okay. Oh, big problem here is the wheels don't match. This one has treads. This one has lines. So I don't know. That's not cool. Here's where we're at. 120 volts, 14 amps. It's wired for that. I don't know what the draw is. Obviously made in China. And probably loaded with Chinesium, but that's okay. We'll give it a shot. And that's what it's supposed to do. So stand by. I'm going to go get some a gauge on here, and then we'll see what's going on. Well, I guess he was right. The regulator leaks. So we'll have to change the regulator on it. Stand by. I'm going to see if I have a regulator in my plethora of spare parts that I have. So give me a second. We'll see if I got something here. So I went through my stuff and I found this, which is pretty similar to that. So I'm going to take it off. I already dumped the air out of this. And then I'll get this apart. I'm going to change the gauge because this gauge is kind of cool. Nice big numbers. I'll put that gauge on there. So that's where we're headed. There's like JB Weld or something on there. And that devil's on there. Okay, stand by. I'll clear that off and we'll get that on. So I found, you see, and I found the regulator. And I'm just putting on some pipe dope here. And you notice that I'm not using Teflon tape because I don't like Teflon tape particularly. Here's the replacement regulator. There's all the important information. And the arrows say that's the outlet. So I'm going to screw that on. And then we'll see how that goes. Because you notice the other one, as soon as I tried to get air out of it, it started to leak. But it was okay just sitting there. And I got my Saskatchewan socket set here, which is going to prove to be a pain in the butt. But we'll maneuver it in there. And then, because that handle's in the way, I'm going to go this way. We'll get our extra few degrees that we need. And then we'll turn this. Now he had it pointing up, So we'll give that a shot. And we'll put in the fancy gauge with all the little symbols on it. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? And of course I'll put a little pipe dope on it. And we're doing this one-handed, like we always do. For the haters of the one-hand videos. Okay. And then we'll screw that on. Doing the evil no on here. And that's screwing the gauge by the body. And I'm only doing that because I don't have a wrench right handy small enough to get in there. So there. That's her. Get pipe dope all over everything. Got weld spatter on there, so the guy must have done some welding. I didn't actually meet the guy. He just dumped it off and said he'd be there. Okay, so that's set up. We can cross compare the two gauges, this gauge with that gauge. We're set up there. I just wanted, one thing I want to check with you guys. The drain plug's not draining, so it's got to be plugged up. So I'm going to pull the drain plug right now, and I'll give you a look at it. Stand by. I got the drain plug out. It was full of schmutz, so I took that, blew out with some compressed air, obviously from my compressor, not this one, seeing how it's empty. And the leak-free installation on this was done. Where are we? Courtesy of cranking it in so it doesn't leak. That's funny trying to hold on to this. Hold on. Alrighty, back up and run it. Building pressure. That's looking good. That's what was inside the tank. That black schmutz is obviously from corrosion. So there's the lesson for the day. Drain your compressor tanks. And I'll tell you why, is that they'll corrode out and they can explode. So we're just going to test this setup. After it shuts off, it reaches its high pressure. Cut in is 95, cut out is 125 on this switch. Right there. The oil is looking dirty. See it there. It's a little dark. So I'll do an oil change on it. That'll be part of the no leaks underneath from the drain plug. So that's good. So $20, $5 in gas. I don't know, what's the regulator worth? Junk from work. I rescued it from the garbage. Sorry about the noise, but I want you guys to hear this. So yeah, the takeaway on this is for your compressor, drain your tanks. You have to drain a tank. Okay, here's the moment of truth. We're going to put some pressure in this regulator. Okay, whoops, a little quick on that. And I know I'm going to have some leakage out of here because there's no pipe dope. But I'm looking at that gauge and I'm thinking 55 pounds on this one. I whacked this one a little fast though, because I was thinking that was 60, and this gauge only goes to 6. You got to watch that. Let's see if it dumps out. So it goes back to 0. This one goes back to 0 almost. Yeah, it's slower to respond, but it does work. Yeah, so everything looks good. So to finish this off, it'll get an oil change. Um, I use some synthetic 30 weight oil in there, and I'll clean it up a little bit, get all this dirt and smudge off it. The air filter looks great. Let me show you that real quick. These ones, you can unscrew the housing. So you can buy these just about anywhere. And let me get the... There's the element there. It's a little bit dirty. I'll see if I can get some of these online, because I have a couple of these too. And but I mean, it's serviceable for now. But that's the air cleaner assembly. These holes right here, where the air goes in, goes through the filter, goes through here. You can see the filter down inside, and that keeps your air clean. And for you guys who do a lot of dirty sanding and stuff like that, sorry, let me get this turned around. I told you we do the videos raw here, so for you guys who do a lot of sanding, that's kind of not the way to go. There is an oil filter or air filter assembly, and I know one other thing on this thing, but we're calling this a success. That plug is missing the ground pin, so I'll be putting a ground pin on that. Ooh, it's just she's Chinese and wonder. Look at that, it's twisting. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll put a new plug on it. She gets oil change. Everything works perfect. 20 bucks, Facebook Marketplace. We finally got something that's not junk and didn't get stood up on it, because I did a weekend before last. I did a trip 2.5 hours away, and yeah, the guy was no show. It was for a pair of fenders for the Massey 35, Chad Ferguson. I'm gonna pair of fenders for him, and the guy screwed me. So, but luckily we were able to pick up some fuel or some rabbit food for Jake, and that worked out okay. Okay, so I'm gonna close this video off. There it is, the $20 Facebook masterpiece especial, up and working. Jake's gonna love it, and it'll be good for his place. So we'll do an oil change on it, fix the cord cap with a proper one with a ground, and that's it. We'll call her done. She's ready to go. Oh, we'll put a quick disconnect in place of this gauge. There we go. So it all works. Okay, thanks for checking out another one of my videos. Rescued stuff and making it new again and working, and yeah, anyway, thanks. Please subscribe for more wonderful little videos like this, and check back often. See you soon. Bye.